Stocks rise on hopes for a second interest rate cut. Stocks rose Thursday as traders increased bets on the Federal Reserve's cutting rates for a second time later this year. The Dow was up 200 points, while the S&P 500 added 0.75% and the Nasdaq advanced 1.1%. Hopes for another rate cut increased after IHS Markit's U.S. manufacturing PMI dropped to its lowest level since September 2009. IHS said the Fed cut interest rates by 25 basis points Wednesday, its first cut in more than a decade, citing global developments along with muted inflation as reasons for easing monetary conditions. But Chairman Jerome Powell told reporters in a news conference after the Federal Open Market Committee's rate decision that the central bank's rate cut was a mid-cycle adjustment, hinting that further rate cuts later this year were not a sure thing. That comment led to a 333-point drop on the Dow, its biggest one-day drop since May 31st. The S&P yesterday was the perfect example of expectations being misaligned with reality, said Art Hogan, chief market strategist at National Securities. The Fed delivered a message saying the market may have been ahead of itself pricing in so many rate cuts, he said. President Donald Trump went after the Fed once again following Powell's comments, saying the chairman let us down by not clearly signaling more rate cuts. The Fed operates independently of the White House. Powell said Thursday marked the first trading day of August, a month that has not been kind to Wall Street. Since CNBC's Sam Meredith contributed to this report.
Drop top, top smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park,